Mark, you just hang on to that microphone. You'll get the beginning question here. This is the one we're asking all of the candidates. Are you a conservative Republican? Why or why not? And how will your degree of conservatism affect your decision-making on the Board of Education?
I have been committed to conservative views, and I do feel like that because of that, that it would benefit our county and our community. We have generally had a large support of people in this community that are conservative, and I think that's what draws a lot of people here. So I'm proud to be a part of that heritage.
Yes, I think I'm a very conservative businessman as well as board member of the Oconee School Board of Education.
Well, I think I've proven that since I've taken office. We have worked very hard to streamline the county and Oconee, or the county government in Oconee County. That's evident by in the past year when the economic times got bad, we didn't replace people that left. We have looked at departments to see what we can do and do without while still providing the services that citizens in Oconee have come to expect. The last several years, we have done millage rate rollbacks. So, you know, I believe that we have gotten to the government where we're bare-boned, but we don't just take. We do give back, and I've supported that for the last 3 years. And this year, instead of raising taxes, we did go into our reserve fund, which we had built up just for that purpose for when times were tough. So I think I have a proven track record as far as being lean and mean in county government.
I would say that that I do have conservative values, and that I think it is very important that, you know, we limit and we control the growth of government. We need to be fiscally responsible, you know, at the local level, at the state level, and at the federal level. I think that we really have to look at what we've got going on in our county with our county budget to make sure that we are operating as lean and fiscally responsible as we possibly can. I think it's also important that we reach out to the people and that we make sure that we are in constant contact with you and that we are getting input and feedback on how you think the county is, the direction that we're moving in, the suggestions for improvement that you have. So I am very much about the people being involved in the process. I mean, when you elect a person to serve in office, I mean, we are serving at your will. We are your elected official. So we can do what we can when we're up there sitting behind those little chairs in the chambers, but it's really up to you all to have your input.
Well, of course, I'm a conservative Republican. I didn't know there were any other kind. But my conservatism has been demonstrated over the years. When I was a state budget director, my position, particularly on economic issues, financial issues, was always conservative. When Zell Miller went into the governorship in 1990, we were in a recession. We had no reserves. Revenues were going down. We had to balance the budget, which we did. We did it without tax increases. Unfortunately, we did have to lay off some folks. Throughout all of that time as the budget director, I always took the conservative position on our finances. I was a conservative manager of the finances at the University of Georgia, where I served as chief financial officer for 6 years. As I kid my successor, when I retired in 2006, we had money. But my position will always be that of being on the conservative side, taking a cautious approach to be sure that we maintain our conservative values that are represented in this district and ought to be represented throughout the entire state.
Tommy, if you'll take that question next.
I guess I'd have to say I'm a lifelong conservative Republican. Don't have much experience there, but for 32 years, I guess. I remember back as a child, President Reagan and how he was dealing with the Middle East and just kind of the concerns and trying to make our country safer and showing me what the United States really meant. And I think today, being a Republican and conservative basically is saying that, you know, we're going to certainly be careful to protect our interests here at home, but also kind of looking out for the rest of the world and trying to help the chaos that surrounds us, because it's in America that the freedoms we have are able to, we're able to make not only our country better and our state and our local communities, but also the rest of the world is crying at our doorsteps on a daily basis to get here. I would like to say, as far as if you give me the opportunity to serve you and represent you, as you gave me the opportunity for 8 years on the school board, I would be a conservative, help out small business.
All right, Kurt?
As I mentioned in my opening, I have been involved in the political process since I was 16, helping conservative candidates get elected. I got involved in the Republican Party because I believed in certain principles. I'm running now because I still believe in those principles, but I believe that many people have talked the talk, but they couldn't walk the walk. I have done that. I have walked that walk. I have done all those things that I believe that we need to do as conservative leaders, as Republicans, to get those folks elected and to have our values represented in those various offices. But I believe that government's role should be very limited. The Declaration of Independence sets forth 3 things the government should do. It should protect life, liberty, and property. Life is a major issue in the state. That's what the state oversees. And here, just in this past week, I got certification from Georgia Right to Life because I believe that life is a very pertinent issue that we at the state need to represent. Liberty, we need to promote freedom. If we don't have freedom, what do we have? And of course, we need to protect property. Go to my website, you can find out more of those things.